What it do, world? We are back. We are live. It's your boy, Job Blaze, in the building. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. Hit that like button right there for me right now, real quick. Hit the bell so you get all the notifications. Check us out, man. Follow. We're doing big things, man. Got a great episode coming today for you, man. Got a director, a writer, does a little bit of wrestling too. So this is going to be a great episode. But before we get into that, we have a quick word from one of our show sponsors, The Dan Levely Show.
Hi, I'm Jerry Blaze, host and creator of The Chronicles. I'm here to tell you about another great show that I follow, been following for about 2 years now, The DL Show, ran by Dan Levely. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to The DL Show. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. They focus on cannabis, comedy. He plays a lot of games. They shoot at least once a week, so you make sure you check them out. The DL Show by Dan Levely. Also, check out his merch here at thedlshowmerch.com.
That's what's up, man. Like I said right there, y'all see it down there. Check out the DL Show merch. That is one of our show sponsors, man. Shout out to my boy Dan Levely of the the Dan Levely Show. The Dan Levely Show. Check that out. The DL Merch Show is the website, so y'all check that out. But all right, welcome to the show for the very first time, man. Not the last. My man is a writer. He's a director, filmmaker. Chicago's own. You know what I'm saying? He representing out there. This is going to be great, man. So y'all will help me welcome to the show for the very first time, Mr. Wade Simmons in the building.
What's happening?
What it do, homie?
How would it be like?
Hey, man, I'm hyped, bro. Like I was telling you before we got started, man, I could barely even sleep last night, man. I'm super hyped, man. I'm super hyped. Introduce yourself, man, for the people who don't know who you are, man. Tell them a little bit about yourself, bro.
All right, so I am Wade Simmons. I am a funeral service worker, independent filmmaker, and I'm currently training for pro wrestling.
Nice. So okay, so I know we're gonna talk a lot about the film stuff. Tell me about this wrestling, man. Let's get into that, bro.
Oh man, well, to be honest, it's kind of funny because it's actually coming up on a year since I've been training.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I mean, it started out really with my love of film because I mean, I wrestled in high school, but I was planning on making a documentary about pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. And I ended up meeting one of Chicago's very own, one of the best, one of the most well-known, pro wrestling trainers in Chicago, Steve Boz. And, we were talking or whatever. And, I mean, from there, I just started training, man. He been on my case, like, about getting to practice a little more or whatever, which is good.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm telling you, I love it, man. I've met a lot of people so far. I love it.
Hey, man, do that, bro. You're going to be the next cruiserweight champ in this motherfucker, man.
Oh, yeah, man. It's funny because like a couple of weeks ago, like last month, I got a chance to meet Carlito, one of my favorite childhood wrestlers. I met Hornswoggle, Scotty Too Hottie, man. It's been a blast, man.
Yeah, man. Because we grew up in that golden age.
I know, man.
Of wrestling, man. Like, I don't think we ever going to see nothing like that, man. Where everybody was damn near a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's but it's a lot of nice up and coming talent, man. It's a lot of. And to be honest with you, we got a lot of people right here from Chicago, man, that's killing it, man. I mean, you got Axel Rico, you got Sky Blue, you got Chris Miller, you got so many young people coming up, man. It's awesome,
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, to be right there to see them doing their thing, man, it's awesome, man. We got we got Bombshell Shelly, we got my boy John, who just made his debut last month. So
okay, shout out. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you've been training for that for how long now?
It's been a year, man, and hopefully next month, I'll be making a debut around Halloween. Hopefully.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna be on the lookout for you, man. They let you pick out your own name?
Oh yeah, well, I'm thinking about going with the $1 Million Mortician, man.
Look. Fire. That's dope. Hey man, we gotta get you like one of them like a chick maybe one of them big Wakanda style warrior chicks, bald head, and she
Oh
just
yeah,
carry an urn behind you, like this is where the victims go after you finish wrestling.
man. I like that idea, man. If I make some money, I gotta split it with you, man, because you gave me
All
the
right, all
idea.
right, all right. You know, I just need my little 7-10%. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you,
You
man.
know, that's all I need. I ain't being greedy. But yeah, man. So I want to get into like how we met, man, and the project you're working on and that you asked me to be a part of. I definitely want to talk about that, man, because I'm super excited. Like I said, I couldn't sleep. I've been going over the script.
Oh man, I
Um,
appreciate that.
yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm hyped, bro. Like this is what I want to, you know, this is what I want to do. I want to do it all. I want to do the comedy. I want to, you know, I'm trying to Jamie Foxx it out for you, really.
Nice.
I'm trying to Jamie Foxx, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's from Texas down here in Terrell. I was born in Greenville. They ain't short but drive. You know what I'm saying? So I look
Yeah.
at Jamie. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get it in. One of these 5 spots, I'm gonna pop. Maybe 2 or 3. You know what I mean? So tell them
Absolutely.
about the project, bro. Tell them where it came from, what it's about, everything, man. Give them a little background on what we're working on.
So we're working on a film called A Mother's Rhyme. It's a visual poem done virtually, and you know, the idea actually came because I got a good friend of mine, Tammy, who lives in Vegas.
Okay.
She's an actress from Chicago, and she's like, "Hey, wait, when we gonna work together, man? Like when?" And so I created the project really to work with her, you know, and
Right.
it just so happened that I needed another actor, and I found you. So man, hey, everything worked out.
I'm in there. I knew it was real once I got the email with the script. I was like, oh shit, it's real. It's real.
Oh yeah, man. And you know, like to be honest, like virtual films are fun because like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the type of money right now to be flying people in and out
For
of state,
real.
you know.
For
So,
real.
you know, we gotta make it work somehow, you know.
That's how I'm doing my show. You know? I mean, I kind of like the whole virtual wave, to be honest with you, man, because it's allowed me to touch base with people
Yeah.
around the world. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so yeah, man. I mean, I got people Canada, Pakistan, like just
Nice.
all kind of Ghana, like you know, everywhere. You know, so
Yeah.
the virtual thing, I think is definitely one of the good things that came out the pandemic.
Absolutely, man. You
Definitely
know,
one of the better things for sure.
I mean, it's always something good that come out of negative, you know, always.
If you find it, you gotta look for it.
Yep.
You gotta look for it. You gotta look for it. So okay, so the part, tell them about my part, man, because I don't, you know, tell them the role I'm gonna be playing. Just kind of give them a don't give them too much sauce,
All
but give
right.
them a
Well,
little.
so
Go ahead.
basically, you know, my boy, he's gonna play the son in the film where he's talking to his mother about a very bad relationship she has with her daughter. Because you know, like a lot of families have that issue of, you know, family members not talking to one another. I mean, and to be honest, it's not a good thing because, like, you know, you look at life, time is short, you know,
Very.
and it's no need to be at odds with anybody. Like, you know, I mean, we're not perfect, we make mistakes, but you know, you got to be open to having forgiveness in your heart, and somebody got to be the bigger person, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. And then sometimes too, though, sometimes that forgiveness and being the bigger person is just choosing not to deal with that person.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
Sometimes,
I mean, and you know,
yeah,
you got every situation is so different, you know, because you may have exhausted your efforts
yeah,
trying and being, and you see
yeah.
this is just not.
I
I'm
mean,
beating my head up against the wall.
yeah,
So you know, I wish you the best on your journey, and you know,
yeah.
I
I mean,
can't do
I
no more.
agree. I agree because I remember, you know, like from working in the funeral business, I see a lot. I remember one time my kitchen, I saw like 2 family members. They actually like made up. I don't know the outs and ins of circumstance. Yeah, I mean, and right after they made up, they start arguing again. It was crazy, you know.
What?
So I totally get where you're coming from, man. You know, on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to love people from a distance.
Yeah, that's true. You know, sometimes
Sometimes you
that's the
got.
best thing. You know, I
Sometimes you
mean,
got to love people.
I live by this scripture in the Bible that says, if it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. And sometimes, you know, to live peaceably with people, you got to stay away from 'em. You
That's
know,
right.
I mean, hey, it's just the way it is sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. So this, like I said, I was going over the script, man. I'm super excited. Um, what gave you the idea to do this type of project? You know what I'm saying? And talk about where you're going to be capturing, you know, the visuals and stuff like that.
Well, so again, like me as a filmmaker, like I know it's a lot of like negativity in the world. So like most of my films that I make, I'm not an agenda driven filmmaker. I'm more of a type of person that just like to make relatable stuff, like simple. Like I don't like to get into like, telling people what they should or shouldn't do, but I'm just saying that I like to provoke thought,
Right.
and keep it simple, like, not all this over the top stuff, but just simple. Because I mean, it's so much division in the world. I mean, even over media and films and music. So, I try to just, give people simple messages,
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what the goal of my podcast was too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, because man, I dropped it right in the heart of the pandemic. So, every time you went on the internet, all you saw was politics, people arguing politics. Like it just took over the internet. And and I just kept pumping. I'm fuck that. Every time I'm on there, I'm popping a funny meme. I'm sharing a funny video. Like, you gonna get this funny. That was like, it's too much of it everywhere. And I told people, I was like, man, I don't do politics on the show. If a current event happens, I'll touch on it. I'm not scared to touch on it or anything, but I'm not going to give you another 30 minutes of what you're already scrolling and seeing.
Yeah.
I want you to be able to laugh and chill, get your mind off all that.
Yeah. And I mean, I totally agree with you on that, because like I'm always one of them people that I respect everybody's point of view. I mean, whether I agree or disagree, but
same.
I mean, I'm not gonna lose I'm not gonna lose love for my brother or sister just because they think differently from me. Like I'm not a controlling person. Like if somebody want to think the sky is red, hey, be my guest. I'm gonna love you regardless, man. But I'm not gonna waste time trying to, convince people what I feel or what I think. Like, I mean, I love people for who they are, man.
I mean, it's a waste of time, man. Like I say all the time about the internet, very rarely are you actually gonna change somebody's mind.
Yeah.
Some people, they're just, the internet is that punching bag.
Yeah.
And they need to like get out all negative. You know what I'm saying? And they find a comment they don't like. I mean, I made a post about this a couple days ago. You can't really say anything on the internet. You can't be like, I like dogs. And then because the next comment's gonna be like, well, what do you have against cats? Why do you hate cats so much? You're like, why? You can't.
Well, well, you know what it is. I think, people may not be willing to admit this, but I think the very one thing that I think society does is society is very judgmental.
Very.
I mean, people always say church people, but I mean, it's not a church thing. It's just a humanity thing where people just make assumptions. And
I say this about church though. I think it's kind of kicked up a notch though in that church environment. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I grew up in it. I'm a PK. I'm a PK.
I got you.
Since I was a youngin', I grew up in them funeral homes and shit, going to funerals and stuff. I'm playing with bodies and stuff. I'm a little kid, but I remember just hearing all the
absolutely. It's I mean, and that's the one place that it probably shouldn't be, but that's why I say that it's a human thing, because like I feel like anybody that really know God on a spiritual level, I mean, you ain't got time to sit around and criticize people. Because I mean, when you think about it, like it's a saying: if you look for fault, you'll find it. And I think a lot of times with people, like, people like to make assumptions. People like to, just read into things that maybe are not there. So like the way I look at things, like when people make comments or post stuff, to me, it's not what they say; it's the motive behind it. And I'm not God, so I don't know nobody motive. So I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. You wait, so you can't worry about what people are saying or thinking about you, really.
I mean, time is too important to waste on stuff like that,
Yeah, man. I feel you. What the wrestling, man? Give me a couple. Give me your give me top 3 wrestlers right now that you like. No order.
All right, Kane, Road Dogg, Carlito.
Dang, he had him ready to go. Okay, do you have a favorite tag team champion? Favorite tag team?
I would say Jericho and Big Show.
Ooh, that was a beast. Hey, you know who else was another good one? I think it was Scott Hall and yeah,
Oh,
Scott Hall and Razor Ramon, or he was Kevin Nash. And
yeah,
Razor
because
Ramon.
I was gonna say Razor, yeah. But also I was I was a fan of Kane and Undertaker teaming together
Yeah.
too, man. Man, you can't forget
Oh
them,
man,
man.
that might be
Those
one of
are
the greatest
classic
of all
legends.
time.
Oh man, absolutely, man.
Yeah, because you ain't beating them two.
Oh yeah.
Real scripted. You ain't beating them two.
Yeah, man, that was like the best storyline in WWE, man. Even DX, man, they did that thing too.
You know, there's one, since you're a big wrestling fan, I always talk about this. I think this was the biggest flop in WWE, WF history. Now, you should remember it too. They previewed this dude, and all they did, like the lights would go black, and then it would show his symbol on the screen. You remember what I'm talking about? And they did that shit for like 4 or 5 months. And I think it was Taz. Remember Taz?
I remember Taz. Yeah, he's on the AEW now.
Oh, yeah, okay. But do you remember when he was on WWE? Bro, they hyped him up like he was gonna be the next Hulk Hogan, The Rock, like, you know, I mean, I remember that big, like, because they would show nothing, they just show his little thing, and then they never showed him, and they did that for like 4 or 5 months. So, like, I remember everybody was like, "Who is this Taz dude?" or "Who is this?" You know, because they didn't even show his name at that point. It was just the symbol. They would just symbol just pop up.
Yeah,
and man, he flopped so hard.
Man, but you know what? But Taz, he's a monster on the commentary, though.
I like him, though.
I give him that.
Him. Like,
yeah.
don't get it twisted. I think he was a good wrestler, but I think they just, like, you know, he didn't live up to that. Like, you thought he was going to be the LeBron.
But you know what I think happens too? Like a lot of times, that's more behind the scenes stuff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know,
that's what I meant. Let me take that back. Like, no disrespect to you, Taz. I know you don't have nothing to do with it. You just doing the job. But yeah, the way they hyped him up, they didn't write him well afterwards.
Yeah, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he didn't, because he should have been the champ a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Taz.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember Taz, man. He was, but I said he's had very longevity in the business, man. I mean, that's because a lot of guys come and go, man. You know.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just the way. Like I said, I think they did him so dirty, bro.
But you know, I feel that way about R-Truth. You know, like,
yeah,
he been in the business a long time. And like, I would love to do a storyline where, like, I come in as a heel, man, and just try to push him, you know.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of them, bro. That didn't really get the credit, and then now that we're older, we're starting to see the politics. Of it, and we didn't know that back then. So, you know, when we're seeing, like, when I'm seeing the Taz thing, I'm like, what are they doing? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are they doing? And then you get to, like, you know, I've watched some documentaries and stuff, and I've seen how it is. And it's just like any other job or corporation.
Yeah.
There's going to be nepotism. There's going to be favorites.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's just with anything in life, unfortunately, man.
But that's why I learned that, you know, through the grace of God, you do your best to promote yourself. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You know, you build yourself up, man. I mean, and not in a prideful way, just, you know, doing it because you're trying to make some of your life, you know, make somebody else, you know.
Hey, bro, I started with the phone.
Yeah.
And the phone and the 2-minute trailer. Hey, Cloud Chronicles coming soon. This was gonna be blah, blah, and I'm here now, 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? A little over 2 years now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to Freeway Rick, man. Shout out to Uncle Rick, man. Freeway Records. Galen Smith, Uncle Bobby, man. Everybody, the whole team, man. I appreciate y'all putting me down. We are the official podcast for Freeway Records, man. Y'all check us out. Check out the website, man. Big things coming. You got any other projects, man? Tell me about that one, the other one you sent me that's out right now.
Oh, so yeah, I have a web series that's called Love Always Wins. It's more like a romantic. I don't really want to call it a comedy, but, you know, just trying something out. But I mean, it's just all fun, you know. I mean, I love it. You know, some people may not see any meaning to it, but it means a lot to me. Because I mean, if you don't, you got to start somewhere, you know.
Hey, Hey, man, when you hit me, I was jumping on that old like, boy, you said come be on Star Wars, nigga. I'm like, shit, I'm on the way right now, nigga. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
But that's how you got to treat it. I mean, you look at Walt Disney, you look at George Lucas. I mean, all of these people started out just funding it and doing their own thing. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even Spike Lee, man. My guy
Yeah,
Spike Lee, he been killing the game for a long time, man. But
yeah,
like I said, George Lucas, Spike Lee, those are like my big time favorite filmmakers, you know. And even Snoop Dogg, like, I mean, what I
yeah.
like about him, even though he's doing music, like, I look at him kind of like as a role model because I like that he's adapting, he's changing, he's growing, and also like he's always working on his stuff, you know.
He's a businessman, bro. Like he keeps
Yeah,
his he's made it to where, because I mean, you know, the money ain't really there in the music like it was back when he was,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
absolutely,
in the
yeah,
'90s. So he's transitioned his personality or his persona,
yeah,
and he's been able to be Snoop Dogg on the Olympics, and he's been able to be
yeah.
Snoop Dogg, you know, on different platforms. And he created that GGN News, bro. That was my shit.
Oh yeah, man, man, and
That
you know,
inspired me, bro. Like for real,
yeah,
I was watching GGN. That had me really inspired, man. So shout
yeah.
out to Snoop and shout out to GGN News, man. Bring it back. I loved it.
Yeah, because you know what people got to think about is sometimes when you take one step, right? Sometimes one step leads to many other things. You know, like to be honest, like you know, God willing, next week I'm recording my first episode with a friend of mine named Emma who lives over in Panama. You know, she's getting over you know being kind of camera shy, but for the most part, we supposed to start a podcast called Wade and Emma is here for you because like you know we want to do something positive and funny. You know. I mean,
Hey, man,
I'm in the United States and she's in Panama, but you know, it's just nice to,
that's
you
dope,
know,
bro.
put
That's
something
dope.
good out, you know.
Y'all gonna have big broad. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be hitting this side of the world. You gonna be hitting this side of the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. Salute, congrats, bro. Congrats on that, man.
Oh
Jumping
yeah,
in the
man.
podcast game.
Look, it's like filmmaking kind of branched out to many other things, but like I always credit everything first to God, but also to my career funeral service. Cause like, you know, when you're working in an environment like that, you learn the importance of time, you know, and I always tell people like, you know, I'm taking advantage of time before it get me, you know, like I don't one thing about time, I don't waste it, man. I mean, because we take life for granted, but you know, you gotta, you know, you have to really work at what you want in life. And, you know, I mean, as long as God give you the strength to do it, like, you know, just do it and don't put things off. Like every opportunity you get, just take it.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as it's
That's
good,
real.
you know, as long as it's good, you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's something you got to watch out for, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. Yeah, yep.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I gotta always because all opportunities are not good one, but if it's a good opportunity, then you know don't you know don't take it for granted because time waits for nobody.
Hey, man, I'm like I said, man. I can't remember how long ago it was, but it was probably like 6 months ago, man. Under 6 months ago when I made that post.
Yeah,
So it's been a minute, man. And you know, you know, I was kind of thinking like you. I was like, dang, man, I ain't heard nothing back. I remember it was like 3, 4 months ago, and I just, you know, I was like, just keep your head down, keep working. Something gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And then, bam, you hit me. I was like, this is it. This is it.
oh
This is
yeah,
it.
man. Let me tell you something. I feel that God works things out in timing, man. You know, sometimes when we think that it's not working, it is working because, like, you know, sometimes people get discouraged and be like, "Man, it's not gonna happen." But I tell people that faith
Mhm.
is really better than riches because, I mean, when you think about it, how it says that faith it's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Like when you think about it, man, faith really does work. You know, I mean, a lot of people may not believe that, but I mean, that's a personal thing. But to me, you know, we don't always get everything we want in life, but there are some things that, you know, if we really believe and trust God for it, you know, it will happen, you know, and not even
Yeah,
because we deserve it sometimes, just because we're trusting in it.
yeah, that's true. That's true, man. I definitely believe in that, and I definitely believe you can will the universe, as they say.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that, bro. Like I think everybody that I have met, including you, I think this opportunity you gave me, I think you know, I think that's a blessing, and I also think that was something that I put out in the
Yeah,
universe
man.
and focused
Yeah.
on, and you know what I'm saying, and manifested. So
Yeah.
yeah, man,
You know,
I'm
but
super hyped, man. I'm super
yeah.
hyped, bro.
Yep,
Super hyped.
it's funny you say that though because like you know between me and you I didn't tell you but I was sure praying like you know Lord bless me with some more opportunities right and then I met you right and I mean and so like I said like you know speaking it and believing it and just trusting in God and just keep on working. Because a lot of people say, man, I got faith and I'm praying, but you also have to do the work too.
That's
You
the
know,
part they don't get.
you just can't sit back and be like, okay, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, no, you got it, you have to put in some work too for
They sitting there like this, like,
it.
what a
No, no.
blessing.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that ain't
it
it.
don't work
No,
that way.
it's gonna find you along the path of the work.
Yep.
It's gonna find you along the path of the work, man. That's what I believe. That money gonna come, and everything else is gonna come, and you just find something you love, man. Find something
Yep.
you think about doing every day, and find a way that you can, get paid off of it. There's a way to get paid off of everything. You get into it.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? When you're able to get paid to do what you love, like that's really a blessing. Cause I got my auntie Loretta, man, I love her, and she always said to me, she said, I ain't never had a job. And some people look at it like, well, you always working, but she says, she said every job that she's ever had was she got paid to do what she loved. So to her, it wasn't a job.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you paying me for my skills. I can do this. I
yeah,
like doing this.
yeah.
I was gonna
It's
be
a
doing this
blessing when you
already.
can. Yep, when you get paid to do what you love, man, that's a true blessing. And
Yeah,
it's
man.
possible. Some people don't believe it, but again, you got to have the faith to believe that it's possible, and then you got to have the willingness to go after it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, this has been a great episode, man. Do you got any well, definitely I want you to tell them your socials, where they can find you, where they can find the films. Tell them where our film's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? All that stuff. Yeah, drop that, man, real quick. Go ahead, shout out.
So once the film comes out, it'll be on my Vimeo channel. Wave Filmmaker 37s. I always choose 7 because that's like the lowest number. But Wave Filmmaker 77737s. Yeah, and then also my Instagram is Wade Jedi 99. I'm a very big Star Wars fan, and then you can find me on Facebook, Wade Simmons. I'm a chatterbox, so feel free to reach out. Look, I ain't nobody big, but I'm welcoming to everybody.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You doing your thing, man. Salute, bro. Salute, man.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Looking forward to working with you, man. Hey, man. At the end of the episode, I always like to say, mental health is real. You take care of this, it'll take care of you. Drink some water. Tell somebody you love them, man. Find something you do. Find something you love and go do it. That's what I was trying to say.
True.
Find something you love and go do it, man. And it's gonna happen, man. Believe me. You looking at 2 testaments right here. But keep your mind on it, man. You know what I'm saying? This has been Job Blaze, man. My boy Wade Simmons. Y'all check us out. Little film coming out shortly. This has been another episode, man. The Cloud Chronicles, man. Peace. We out of here, man. Y'all listen to this music real quick as it plays. I got outro music. I got outro music. Come on.
Nice.